Moin, my dear viewers. It's early in the year 2024, and many of you expats in Germany are probably plagued by that one question. When do I have to file a tax return in Germany? Wait, do I really need to file one? Is it even compulsory? Are those high taxes that I see deducted on my payslips really final? Are you struggling to find content in English about German income tax rules? Well, I, Murtaza, a German speaker and tax expert with almost a decade of experience with German income tax, I'm here to answer these questions for you. Now, as an expat in Germany myself, I'm going to try to make this as simple as possible for you. So, coming to the first question, does every individual need to file a tax return in Germany? The answer is no. Depending on your personal situation, you either have a filing obligation or not. Now, what does a filing obligation mean? It means you are compulsorily expected to file a tax return since the taxes withheld by your employer are not final. And what happens if you have a filing obligation and you don't file? Well, let's just say you don't want to find out, as you could get into quite some trouble with the tax authorities, and it may end up much more expensive for you. But that's a story for another day. Now, let's examine the most common criteria that make it obligatory for you to submit a tax return. Fulfilling even one of the following means it is compulsory for you to file a tax return. Here goes. You moved to or from Germany in the year 2023 and earned foreign income before arriving into Germany or after leaving Germany. If you belong to this category and your foreign income before moving to or after leaving Germany exceeded 410 euros, then you need to file a tax return. Why? Because this income, which you earned while being a non-resident of Germany, needs to be reported in the tax return, and there's no way the German tax authorities could have this information beforehand. The good news is that this income will be tax-free in Germany. However, it will impact your final tax rate on your tax return. You live with your spouse in Germany and you have a tax class or Steuerklasse combination of 3 and 5. Having this combination on your German wage tax certificates or Lohnsteuerbescheinigung means that the taxes withheld on your payroll are not final and you need to file a tax return. If you work for more than one employer and have the tax class 6 on your wage tax certificate, you are required to submit a tax return. You earn additional income like rental income, pension, business, or self-employment income, which amounts to over 410 euros. Well, you've got to file a tax return, even if it's income from outside Germany. The reason being that these income types are not subject to tax withholding at source. Now, somewhat related to additional income. What if you received a wage replacement benefit, like maternity pay, that reflects in line 15 of your wage tax certificate? Or if you received unemployment benefits, maternity payments, or sick pay from your insurance during the year? Again, if these payments are higher than 410 euros, you are required to report this income in the tax return. These payments are, however, tax-free, similar to the first point. Did you receive foreign investment income while being a tax resident in Germany? Well, in that case, you still have to submit a tax return, even if the income is lower than 1,000 euros for a single taxpayer or 2,000 euros for married couples filing jointly. Although it may have no impact on your taxes whatsoever, the tax authorities still need this information as they would not receive exact figures from their foreign counterparts. Important to note here that the tax authorities have information exchange agreements with their counterparts in various countries and can obtain information on investments abroad. You should also be checking if you received an income attributable to several years, like a severance payment, anniversary bonus, or even ESOPs or share vesting plans on your wage tax certificate. This is reflected in line 10 of your wage tax certificate and indicates that this income has been taxed at a favorable tax rate and therefore triggers a filing obligation. What if you see the capital letter S in line 2 of the German Lohnsteuerbescheinigung? Well, this means that the taxes withheld on your income did not take into consideration any income from previous employers you may have had during that year. Your yearly income has an impact on your tax rate, and therefore, these taxes withheld are not final. And when you see the capital S on your Lohnsteuerbescheinigung, be sure to file a tax return. So that pretty much sums up the most common criteria which obligate you to file a tax return. If you fulfill one or more of these, you should be filing your 2023 tax return latest by 2nd September 2024. For those who have engaged a private tax advisor for their tax return, they have until 31st May 2025 to submit their tax return. Now, what about those who didn't fulfill any of the criteria I just mentioned? Well, if you had expenses that can be deducted from your income, like work-related expenses over 1,230 euros, school or kindergarten fees for your kids, repair or maintenance expenses in your household, and other similar deductions, then it definitely makes sense to file a tax return because you could have a nice tax refund and use it to fund your next vacation in Spain maybe. Now here's a pro tip for you. Even if you don't have a filing obligation or significant deductions, always try crunching the numbers on Elster or any other tax platform of your choice and see if you are owed a refund. Remember, this video is not personal tax advice, aka Steuerberatung, and be sure to contact your tax advisor to get advice regarding your personal situation. I hope I've been of some help to you in answering your million-dollar question. If you found this video helpful, let me know what other topics would interest you and I'll make a video on it. Any questions, comments, thoughts, please let me know in the comments below. I'll see you all in my next video.